Hello there, everyone! My name is Oversoul, this is Oversoul Gaming, and welcome back to the Town of Light. Now, I don't really want to keep sitting here and staring at this because this is where bad things happen, and it brings back bad memories. So, we're gonna go out of here now. It was fun, everybody, looking at this old ward I used to live in. So how the hell did I get all the way over here now? Where did I come from? And where am I going? Nope. That's how we did all that. Okay, so... Can I go inside any of these rooms? Hello? Oh, here we go. They do open. Hey, what's this? What did I pick up? Triangle. Experiences? Well, that can't be right. Renee's diary? Did I get something new? Okay, we saw that already. So maybe it's these three here at the end that are now lit up. Yep, these are different. Alright, go ahead and read to us, Renee.
He felt accused, hurt. I chased him away. I insulted him. He was proud, handsome. He said things about me to other people, which he shouldn't have said. Mother caught me coming home drunk. She beat me and sent me to speak to Don Gino every day. He came back and tried to speak to me. I think he liked me. Sometimes I sent him packing and I started shouting at him. But other times I embraced him. I held him tight and loved him.
Damn.
But he couldn't bind himself to me. I was 16 and ill. I had no future. I didn't get out of bed for weeks. Then I did things I was ashamed of. I slept with men. The guilt tore at my soul, and the light came back to torture me. I invented stories to justify my actions. I couldn't bear my own weight.
So she was abused at home and it just caused her to go through all this
Mom
psychological
found out
trauma.
about it. Her voice split my head. I pushed her away because I was afraid of dying, and I shouted to the whole world what was happening to me and that I didn't understand. The police arrived and they carted me away. I remember the onlookers shaking their heads. They would be better off without me, cleansed of shame, with something to talk about for a while.
God damn. Of course, like, back in these days, the cops would always take the parent side over the children, even if the parents were abusing them. That's sad. I wonder if Renee actually did have some kind of psychological issues. Well, maybe she did as a result of her abusive childhood, but that's the thing. I wonder if she was always like that, or if it simply was because of her abusive childhood. I don't get what the point is in letting us look inside all these things if there's nothing in them. Interactivity for inactivity's sake, I guess? There's nothing particularly special about any of this. These beds... Is that blood? Is that old dried blood on these beds? I bet you anything that's exactly what it is. It's a shame. It's a crying shame what they used to get away with in these places. It makes me legitimately angry. Oh no, that's where I came from. Get the fuck out of my way. Okay. That's why anytime I watch any type of horror movie or something where the character ends up in a psych ward for things that really aren't their fault. Like, you ever seen the movie Changeling with Angelina Jolie, where his son goes missing and they replace her son with a lookalike, but she knows because of maternal instincts that it's not actually her son, and they're just trying to cover up that they couldn't find him, so they convince her, or they try to make it look like she's crazy, you know, and like she's an unfit mother because she rejects the boy, and they lock her up in a psych ward. It pissed me off.
She stayed with Renee during those terrible medical examinations, and that gave her the strength to survive.
Who stayed? The doll? Charlotte? But yeah, that kind of stuff pisses me off when it happens in movies. Can we leave now? This place gives me the goose pimples. No, it's actually not that bad. It's actually kind of beautiful in an old, decrepit, torn down kind of way. I'm assuming we go to the other ward now? No? Well, what the fuck? I hit your switches, I turned on your things. This game doesn't give any clear guidance. I guess I'll have to wander around aimlessly until I figure it out. I will return. Well, I just stepped into this new room. This is the gynecology room, and it started making noises. So I don't know if I'm supposed to be in here, or what's up with this. Okay, maybe that's not a proper book to be looking at the moment. I don't think so. It's a how to do gynecology book, I'm quite sure. Okay, let's see.
August 21st, 1938. Confidential. Dear A, I know what you think about these things, so I'm referring a patient to you, Renee T. This wretched girl got out of control and caused trouble in the grounds. She's almost 3 months pregnant. The nurses should be more alert. I'm examining the girl on the 28th. I'll handle things very carefully, don't worry. We don't want to make matters worse. Then they said that Renee was crazy, and that the illness was all in her head. Careful, little girl, careful. I was scared, and I didn't talk to anyone about the illness. Only her. Not even the other doctor. He never touched Renee. He just wrote things down. You can tell me everything. Don't be afraid, he said. Everything's going to be fine.
Damn.
Do you want to know what I'm writing? I note down what I observe in you, everything I see. He didn't hate Renee. He tried to help her, but he rarely examined her in those small surgeries.
Okay. Okay, so I have a new... Oh, and now I'm in Chapter 5. Okay, so that's what I needed to do to complete Chapter 4. Okay, well, that was quick and easy. Now what? Also, game, you think you're going to scare me with all of these noises, but it's not going to work. I know there's not anything to actually worry about in this game. It is unnerving. She said something about surgeries, so... Oh, I can open this now. Okay, so these other surgery rooms weren't open before. Hello. Oh, I found more...
The doctor who wrote things down was in Surgery C.
Okay, so that's the next one over. I got it. But let me finish fooling around in here first. Okay, open the synopsis menu, something new in the diary. Oh, shit. We got some pages to go back to. Okay, so we read about the doll already. Okay, this is the beginning of the journal that we just picked up. Alright, let's listen to what Renee has
My
to...
name is Renee.
They
He told me that I have to write this diary, but I don't feel like it. It's not true that I feel better when I write. Actually, it's worse. I was a shy girl, and I just wanted to be like the others. But that's not what happened. No. I did things that, when I think about them now, eventually brought me here.
Wet light. Okay.
Everything started with that damned light. It happened for the first time when I was still a little girl. I was 6 or 7. I was walking outside school when suddenly the noise started to melt into an indistinct rumble. The light increased out of all proportion and everything lost its meaning. I could no longer recognize anything. Objects, people, words, not even myself.
That's messed up. And also in asterisks it says "Sleep, Renee, sleep" on one side, and then on the other side it says "Don't stare at me. What are you looking for?" Interesting. Oh, the names of the pictures.
As a physical sensation. It prevented me from moving, from swallowing, from breathing. After God knows how long, everything went back to normal. But a new fear replaced the old one. Different, but terrible. Of the light coming back. And it did come back.
And now in asterisks, I think referencing the sketches on here, it says Snapdragon and I can't move, I'm afraid of the light. Okay, that's about the doll. We already heard that part. That's messed up. Just like everything else in this game so far, of course. So what light is she afraid of and why? Okay, then. Well, those are some odd drawings. But Renee, you're afraid of the light. Why? Why are you afraid of the light, Renee? What did the light do to you? Let's snoop around and find some answers. What do we have here? More books about how to torture people? Probably. This one appears to show how to work on the brain. Yes, indeed. These are all medical books. What can I pick up here? That's nice. Aha! Here's my note. I bet you anything.
March 12th, 1938.
Here we go.
Renee T., 16 years old. Menstruation at age 12. Housewife. Father unknown. Mother a seamstress. Admitted in observation yesterday
A housewife
morning
at 16?
accompanied
Damn.
by a police officer authorized by the examining magistrate of the Court of Pisa to be admitted for a psychiatric evaluation, which I have carried out. Medical certificate. Mental illness preceded by warning signs. Has suffered from depression for a year, believing she had tuberculosis. Food deprivation. We can't read this document. It is forbidden. We mustn't. If they find out, there will be trouble.
Okay, seriously, stop talking about this. It talks about Renee, it talks about you, so we have to read it. Don't be scared, nothing will happen to you. That's true, we should not read it. No, I'm gonna go with don't be scared, nothing will happen.
We have to look for Amara. We must hurry. We have to follow the memories and make sure they don't fade.
Go on.
She is frightened, hears noises and ghosts, presents serious signs of anxiety psychosis, suffers from hallucinations. She is anxious, confused, her expression is distressed, a questioning look as if terrified, disoriented. She feels confused, hears voices shouting in her head. She doesn't understand things properly. She has been feeling unwell for 2 or 3 months. When questioned, she replies, "My mother wants to hurt me. I am always scared of her. She chases me." "Why are you here?" "I argued with my mother and was so upset that I felt like my head was spinning. There was a woman there who wanted to force me into a life of prostitution. They wanted to condemn me to be burned at the stake. Children whispered, called my name."
Damn.
March 16th. She couldn't sleep last night. They wanted to condemn her to be burned at the stake. April 4th. Transferred to the calm ward, still under my supervision.
To the calm ward?
Yes,
So
that's true. The ward where Amara was. Yes, the stake. The children wanted to burn Renee. She had to pay for what she'd done, like witches at the stake.
Damn it, Renee, why do you keep referring to yourself in the third person? They were just hallucinations.
I didn't know what reality was. I never did.
Why did that have
I've
an X
known
through
many
it?
different realities, maybe too many. When you move, everything changes its appearance and meaning.
Wait a minute, what if that whole rotation thing, what if she might have some mild schizophrenia now as a result, because she keeps referring to herself in the third person? What if some of these other people she's talking about, like her doll, Charlotte, was actually another personality that she had? And so what if that whole thing that it's showing me, because remember they said that this game has a couple of different endings, I think there's 4 of them, based on on the choices you make throughout the game. And I think if I choose the choices that kind of force her to believe in reality that we can have a happy ending and get out of here, because if I feed into her sickness, I think she will just dive deeper into the depression and maybe just get lost in here and in her own madness. And we don't want that. So, that rotating thing might have been, there was a group of people and there was one person. It might have been Renee herself switching from multiple personalities to just herself, and you see how it X'd out the group of people, so I wonder if maybe we are, like, kind of helping her come to grips with reality and getting rid of these problems in that sense. I don't know. Actually, I really have no clue what the fuck that is, but I'm making guesses here. I'd like to hear your theories. So, absolute reality doesn't exist. You must understand what your reality was. Many different realities, maybe too many. When you move, everything changes its appearance and meaning. You were ill and they tried to fix you, or you must understand what your reality was. I'm gonna go with that one, I guess. Nope, now we switch back to the... What the fuck?
I have no points of reference. We'll just have to keep looking.
Maybe I should have went with the first one. They were ill
April
and they
21st.
tried to fix you. Or you were
She's
ill.
more awake this morning and is responding to questions, complains of headaches. She became agitated when she found out her mother was there.
I'd be too.
She says that one day, many years earlier,
Her mother used to beat her.
And met
Her
a
mom
man
should be
who
the
made
one in
her get
here.
into a car and took her for a ride. He made her smoke cigarettes and drink liquor, and the man showed her certain things. He tried to hurt her and made her go crazy. She says he promised to marry her and made her swear to keep what had happened a secret.
God
These
damn,
facts
that's
were
fucked up.
essentially confirmed by her mother. After that, she became arrogant, impatient, and hostile towards her family, especially her mother. She started taking off her clothes in public. Her moods would swing from laughter to tears. She rants. She pleasures herself. It's not true. Renee hostile? It's all made up. They wanted to make her into something she wasn't, and then certain things would have been forgotten. Renee was the bad girl. Maybe I'm starting to understand. That's enough of reading these lies. Let's look for Amara.
Okay, so... I'm starting to think that maybe Renee wasn't as crazy as they wanted her to think she was, and that they were making her feel that way to cover up stuff that her mother was doing to her and other things that she went through as a child, like sexual abuse. You know, sacrifice the kid to protect the adults in these small towns where everyone knows each other. So, now what? That's locked. Guess we'll have to find something else. Alright, so things definitely happened in here. I still don't know what the fuck this thing is for, though. Or how to even use it. Or how to get power to it for usage later, or whatever. I don't know. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna go back downstairs then and see if anything's different down here now. Oh shit! This door's open now.
This is the road we used to take.
So now we're outside. Oh, hello.
If it weren't for her, in the grounds on that bench in spring, so many days. It was an escape, watching nature around us as she talked and smiled. And then there were the kitchens. Sometimes we stole food and ran back to the bench to eat it in secret, and we laughed.
This must be her friend Amara she was talking about that she did all this with. If Amara's even real.
She did things to me. Sometimes she touched me.
Okay.
In the shower, I felt her body against mine for the first time.
Okay, so maybe, well, I guess they were more than friends then.
It was a shiver that warmed my soul. Eyes closed, the light slipped away.
Things like this and Orange is the New Black would have you believe that places where people are locked up are usually so lax in security that people could just get away with having those moments.
He wouldn't let her in.
I mean, it does happen, but not to the extent that they make it look
she
for
must
Hollywood
be the key,
purposes.
The key to my memories, to the reasons why.
Okay. Now we're in chapter 6. Out of, I think there's like 11 or 12 chapters in this, which were, I mean, damn, we're getting pretty far already. Obviously, this isn't a long game. Okay, so we made our way out here. We had, this wasn't our bench. Oh, okay. Was this your bench? Keep looking, we gotta find the right bench. Okay, what about this one? The minute I've seen it, I'll recognize
Nature
it for
helped
sure.
me to forget, to escape from the system.
No? Your bench isn't over here. Hey, look, scaffolding. Is this because you were... Oh, maybe I'm supposed to use that scaffolding? Why am I saying that? Scaffolding to get into a window?
Of spring.
Or something?
The land of light was far away, and we spent the days chatting on the stone benches.
Oh, here we go, more benches. Not our bench. Oh, wait, this one might be. It has pictures on it.
Let's look for Amara in the kitchens, in the basement of the building, behind the greenhouse.
In the basement? You want to go to the basement of an abandoned asylum? Alright, girl, you crazy. You crazy. But, oh, holy shit, wow. Medical records, memories. Oh, I see. Mother, hospitalization, abuse, Amara. Renee's diary. Alright, let's see. Flip the pages, flip the pages, flip the pages, flip, 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 and boom. Right here. I think this is where we are. This is the new one that we just picked up.
He told me about Bruna's father and brother, but I was already very ill. The light had returned, and that thing made me suffer even more.
What is the light?
It was my world, and it was crumbling. When I spoke to Bruna about it, she turned her head away and was silent for a long time. Prince Charming doesn't exist, Renee. At least not for us. I was 14 years old. I didn't think it was possible for a boy to look at me and desire me. When he asked me if I wanted to go for a walk, I didn't say anything. I didn't even have the courage to look at him.
In the asterisk it says, so handsome. Also, damn, that's a disturbing sketch over there on the left side with all of those faces. Let's just get a closer look at that. There we go. Just pan. That's messed up. Sweet dreams, children. Okay. Oop, shit. Sorry. Okay, we got more storytelling.
Things improved for a number of years, then suddenly everything came crashing down. One evening I came home drunk, and the following morning a terrible crisis overcame me, all of a sudden. What had I done? I was terrified. I thought I'd lost my sight. The light burned my eyes from inside.
That's called a hangover, dear.
The memories of the previous day emerged in bursts, images, flashes, which unleashed something monstrous inside me. Repetition of words was no longer sufficient. Now there was a voice in my head which repeated them louder than I did, and they were words of accusation and blame. So I covered my ears and shouted and hit my head against the wall and threw up.
That was a hangover mixed with guilt.
I remember the doctor, the wall filthy with blood and vomit. My mother wasn't looking at me. Bruna was crying but trying to hide it. Charlotte was beside me. I never told anyone what had happened. He came to visit me, but I refused to see him. I became agitated. I think he liked me. Even
you were way too young.
Turned out badly. In that period, I began to suffer from memory loss. The few things I learned didn't please me at all. He told me that I was looking for him. It was all my fault. Bruna told me that sometimes I got drunk. People in the village gossiped about me. Sometimes I was covered in black and blue marks. I didn't realize what was happening to me, what I was doing. I was no longer in control of my life. From my little corner.
God damn, that's some fucked up shit. That is just so messed up. And it's so hard to tell if she actually... I just need to see if there's anything on that scaffolding, if I'm supposed to be able... Because maybe there's like a note or something up there. I don't want to miss anything if I can help it. But man, like, I still haven't figured it out if she actually had some problems as a result of everything that happened to her, or if they just made it look that way so they didn't have to deal with the shit that they did to her, you know? Can't go up there. So... Oh, this one lets us go further up. Maybe there is a reason for all this climbing, I don't know. She said the basement behind the greenhouse. I think we can just walk right off over there, so... Oh, hello. This did lead to something! Oh, hey, hello, hi, how you doing? Okay, what's this and why is this here? Is this the way I'm supposed to go? That doesn't seem right. Oh no, this just takes us back to where we were. What the fuck was the point in that? I'm gonna see if there's anything over this way. It's all hidden behind bushes, so maybe? And no. Okay, can we just walk off? No? Can I can't just walk off the edge? Come on! I know it's a little high up, but damn. Look, this plank over here looks very walk-off-the-edgeable. Look, it's even lit up with the sunshine and everything, so if you can't let me walk off here, I'm gonna... Oh, god damn it. Oh. Well, maybe that's why it was all lit up, for trophy-gathering purposes. They're like, hey, come step here if you want a trophy. Okay, cool, thanks. Thank you for that. Alright, let's move on to the greenhouse. Oh, here we go. Is this the bench? I just had a weird memory thing for some reason. What? Why was that? Oh, this must be the bench. Because I'm sitting on it. Alright, cool. That was utterly pointless. It just let me sit on that bench, but why? Okay, so she said something about the basement behind the greenhouse, but let's go inside the greenhouse. Let's see what's inside the greenhouse first. Oh. Oh, somebody made the lovin's in here. But to whom? Because that wasn't no female. So it had to have been one of the doctors or another orderly. One of the guards, perhaps? I'm just looking back and forth for anything to interact with. I just want to see if there's actually anything to pick up in here, and if this wasn't solely just for that little flash, that little memory trigger. Okay, I guess that's all it was then. Also a trophy. Okay, so that looks to be the way back in, but I'm not ready for that yet. I want to see what else is outside first. See if there's anything else over here Nope, just a fence. Just a fence and me wasting everybody's time. Okay, I'm so sorry. Alright, let's go. Back into the spooky place. The madhouse, as it were. Hello, kitchen. Let's cook us something nom. Oh.
Come on, let's look everywhere. She must be here, I'm certain.
You know, it would suck if there, like, really are ghosts or something here, and obviously it's just like it's a narrative-based game, so it really doesn't... there's nothing to worry about as far as getting a game over or anything, but they just, they spook with you by doing the invisible shit that they do. Or, obviously, I think it's just supposed to all be in her head, honestly. But... Open. But anyways... But wouldn't it suck if, like, at the very end of the game...
Keep looking. We mustn't give up.
They hit us with some kind of random jump scare or something? Okay, so... I'm looking... Is Amara another doll? I bet you anything Amara is another doll. And watch it be inside one of these cupboards.
Where could she be? We've got to talk to her. Everything will be all right. But being here now, I don't like it. Come on, let's look for her, quickly.
Yeah, I feel you on that one, but still.
We can't stay in here too long. They'll find us.
Who is
when they found us.
Oh.
Come on, hurry. We've got to find her quickly. We've got to get out of here. They'll find us. But
okay, shut up.
Not yet.
I don't think there's anything to actually worry about. You're just... Okay. Alright, which ones are the new ones here? Oh, I think this is what's new right here. Okay. Okay, I don't know what happened. For some reason, the game glitched out, and it won't... She won't read this, so I'm gonna read it for her. It says, I no longer considered my body as something disgusting and ill. Far from it. I began to look at myself, to caress myself, and smell my own skin. I began to explore and experiment, finding physical pleasure. My ideas were not very clear, and I never spoke to anyone about these things. Bruna, however, spoke about them. She boasted about her love stories and her young men. To my eyes, she was very lucky, always being wooed. I wonder, was Bruna her sister? Being wooed by marvelous, generous
and kind boys.
Now you want to read.
Thus, I fantasized about her adventures, pretending that I was the main protagonist. But how could I ever be like her? Occasionally I recall that she had black and blue marks on her body, but I was so naive that I did not understand. I did not put two and two together. It was Don Gino who explained things to me a few years later. He told me about Bruna's father and brother, but I was already very ill. The light had returned, and that thing made me suffer even more. It was my world, and it was crumbling. When I spoke to Bruna about it, she turned her head away and was silent for a long time.
Oh, okay, so that part we did hear. I remember that now. We just recently heard that part. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it gets confusing when you're trying to put the whole story together and it's told out of order. Because you have to pick up the things. Ooh. It's dark in here. I think I'll save that room for last. What's this? I thought that box was going to have something in it. Maybe not. Ooh. It's dark in here, too. Oh, okay, this just leads to here. Yeah. Hello, what's this? Let's see. 1. Open thing. 2. turn thing twice. 3, turn other thing. 4, pull lever. 5, push button. Okay, so open, turn, pull, push. Oh, okay. So, oh, close? Or rather, close it, right? Yeah, close it. Sorry, not open, close. Turn. Oh, I get it. Turn the wheel. Pull the lever and then push the button. Okay. So what did I do? Did I, like, start up a furnace or something? Is that going to help me out? Is it going to give me access to an area? Or something that needs to be done? Can I do something with these now? Is that what that's about? Ward bath. Oh. It's loading, so I think I did do something.
Now everything is ready. We can go to the bathrooms. We can go along that narrow corridor in the kitchens. We'll meet her in the showers, yes.
Oh, okay. And we appear to have started a new chapter, and I've been recording for a little over 40 minutes, although I had to cut some of it out, because, obviously, wandering. But damn, I think we're getting near the end of this, and I'm actually going to try to push for finishing it on Thursday. I don't know if we will or not, I can't promise you that, but we'll definitely try, because that way, because Get Even comes out this Friday, and if I finish this, then I can start playing that, so that would be nice. So anyways, that'll be it for this episode. What do you think of this game so far? Let me know your theories about what's going on in the comments down below. I'd like to hear them. So, thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you, possibly on another day, definitely at another time, and likely in another video. Okay, goodbye!